Now, Hawaii might be the best place in the nation to live, but it's not the best place to make a living. Now, for the sixth year in a row, Hawaii has the unfortunate distinction of being the worst state in which to make a living. Here's Alfred Acenas and Ron Hamilton reporting from Hawaii, guys.
Hawaii might be the best place to live in the U.S., but for the sixth year in a row, MoneyRates.com has named Hawaii as the worst state to make a living. The 50th state ranked dead last in the website's analysis, which looked at salaries, cost of living, tax burden, and other factors in all 50 states. Hawaii fared poorly this year because of its high cost of living, 68.6% above the national average, and a high tax burden. Wyoming, meanwhile, was named the best state to make a living. The median income is $38,280, and that goes far because of the state's low cost of living and the lack of a state income tax. Washington State and Virginia rounded out the top three. So how does Wyoming and Hawaii compare when it comes to how far your dollar goes? In Hawaii, the analysis pointed out, the median value of a home is 3 times higher than in Wyoming. As for the residents of Hawaii, the reality could not be any more grim. Here's Ron Hamilton with a related report.
Well, the protesters have all gone home. But earlier today, this was the site of a 3-day protest held by some workers from the Halenani Rehabilitation and Nursing Home. The workers say they were protesting unfair labor practices and for better wages. According to Union Representative Daniel Kerwin, the union members at this care facility were targeted by management for harassment and intimidation.
We're protesting unfair labor practices, unfair treatment of workers. The company has created an environment of intimidation and harassment, and so the workers decided to do a 3-day strike to protest the unfair working conditions they're being put through. Every payday, it's actually Wednesday, every payday they are allowed to wear their own clothes to work. It's a casual dress day. The company changed their policy recently to discriminate against union t-shirts with logos. And basically when the workers arrived on casual dress day with their union shirts on, the doors were blockaded, they were not allowed to clock in, they were sent home and lost a day's pay because of it. We want a safe and healthy work environment, free of intimidation and harassment. You should also know that union supporters have been surveilled. We have documented evidence, video, pictures of managers following people down a public street, Wilder Avenue, to take photos of them while they're off the clock. They're not even working and they're getting surveilled, and there's photos and video of them doing that. So they've created an environment of harassment and intimidation to get people to back off because they don't want to have a strong union at the facility.
Certified nursing assistant Rhoda Magawai says she feels she was fired for speaking out on conditions inside the facility and for standing up for her fellow union members' rights.
I just recently terminated from work because this management planned for it. I believe that they retaliated me, and I planned for terminating me from work because I stand up for my union coworkers. In the Halenani, I always speak up about the problems of understaffing in this facility, and I always stand in negotiations and talk a lot about these issues concerning our residents who needs the best care and the quality care.
Even though there were protests taking place around the vicinity of the nursing home, the company tried to assure patrons that it was business as usual through the use of signs displayed above the door. We reached out to management of Halenani for a comment and were given this press release by Steve Gold, the regional vice president. The management of Halenani and Avalon Healthcare have negotiated with Local 5 in good faith over the past 6 months. We are in fact close to agreement on numerous economic issues that will benefit employees. He goes on to say, "We spent this past weekend negotiating in hopes of averting a strike." Steve Gold reassured people, however, with this statement, stating, "Halenani is fully prepared to provide all services and maintain our operations as usual, and will continue to do so during the time frames targeted by the union." Regarding comments that the facility was understaffed, he had to say, quote, "Our current certified nursing assistant staffing levels are among the best in the state and are substantially higher than the national average." Even though no resolution has been reached at this point, the management and the workers are both certain that a resolution will be fast approaching. Reporting from Honolulu, Hawaii, this is Ron Hamilton for Eagle News. I am one with 25.